Good morning, students. So today we'll see the next part of the lesson, complex permanent tissue. So we have learned in our last video about the permanent tissue, and we were learning about the simple permanent tissue. So now we'll see the complex permanent tissue. So opposite to the simple permanent tissue, complex permanent tissues are composed of different types of cells. Okay. So they are best represented by conducting tissues comprising of xylem and phloem. Okay. These tissues perform different functions. Okay. And since in plants their main function is to conduct water and transport the food materials to various parts, let's see the two tissues, xylem and phloem, which are the parts of the conducting system or the transport system or the vascular system in the plants. See, the diagram in your book shows you the longitudinal section of xylem. So it is, if you can see, it is formed of thick-walled, long, tubular tracheids and the vessels, fibers and parenchyma. So 4 different types of cells are there. Okay. So in which all the cells are dead except this parenchyma cells. Okay. So these cells only, if you will see, these cells you can see the nucleus. Why? Because these cells are living only. These parenchyma cells are living only. Rest all are dead cells. Okay. So see here. So these are the different types of cells. Now in the xylem, what it does? It is where it is found. Sorry. So it is found in the roots, stems and leaves. And if you will see, this tissue is composed of the tubular cells. Okay, and these cells, when they mature, they die. Okay, so all the rest 3 cells, tracheids, vessels and fibers are dead, composed of dead cells. Okay, so if you will see the structure, now these structures are pipe-like. You can see here the structures are pipe-like, and this red arrow shows the way in which the water and the minerals travel, that is from the roots to the upper parts. Okay, so the dissolved minerals, the black dots represent the dissolved minerals which is absorbed by the root, and the blue that is water. Okay, so from roots it is absorbed by the roots and it goes up to the leaves. Okay. You know, xylem is also called wood. So you can assume xylem as, or action of xylem as the long pipes. Okay, and these long pipes transport water and minerals from the roots up to the leaves. Now come to the phloem. Okay, so see the structure of phloem. If you will see the structure of phloem, then you will find that it is also formed of 4 different types of cells. Okay, sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem fibers and sieve plates. Okay, if you will see here, you can see the detailed diagram. See, sieve plates are there, lumen of the sieve tube is there, and sieve phloem fiber and sieve tube are there. Phloem parenchyma is there and the companion cell is there. So here again the phloem parenchyma and all the cells are living except these phloem fibers. Okay, so phloem fibers are non-living, rest all are living. Okay, so it is the food conducting tissue. Why it is known as the food conducting tissue? Because the main function of phloem is to transport the prepared food material from leaf to the storage organs. Okay, and the growing region. All see, the end plates in the phloem are perforated. So these are sieve plates, and sieve tubes are also joined end to end. You see, so end to end joining is there, and the sieve plate is perforated. Okay. So the parenchyma cells in the phloem, they store food. Now let's come to the differences between the xylem and the phloem. Okay. So one thing I forgot to tell you, that in the phloem, the two-way what you can say, the things move two-way. Compared to xylem, the things move one-way. You can see the various colored droplets, the points represents the food and minerals. Okay. Water, food and other things which are transported to the growing regions. Okay. So now see the differences between xylem and phloem. So xylem is primarily made up of dead cells. Out of 4, in only xylem parenchyma is living, rest all are dead. Whereas it is primarily made up of living cells. Cell walls are thick in xylem and thin in phloem. Okay. It transports water and minerals from roots to the leaves in upward direction, and it transforms dissolved food from the leaves to all other parts of the plant. So here two-way movement is there. Upward also and downward also. Okay. Now, it is located more in the inside of the vascular bundle, and it is located on the outside of the vascular bundle. So some activity is given. Okay. Then we'll test yourself. You need to learn about the animal tissues. So these animal tissues are classified on the 4 types depending upon their composition, means the type of the cells, the functions, what they perform, or the nature of the cells, and the intercellular material presence in them. So these are classified into 4 types: epithelial, connective, muscular and nervous tissue. See, epithelial tissues are the covering or the protective tissues, and connective tissues are the binding or supporting tissues. Muscular tissues are the contractile tissues, and nervous tissues are the responsive tissues. So these are the 4 types of tissues. So we'll see the nature and the structure of all these 4 types in our next video. So for today's classwork, you will write one word answer for the following questions. The tissue that brings about the increase in the height of the plant. You have to write the names. Okay. The tissues formed of elongated parenchymatous cells. The only living cells in the xylem tissue, and the tissue in which the sieve tubes are found. Okay. Then you answer these questions. Write the difference between A number, simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue, and B number, xylem and phloem. Okay. So in our next video, we'll discuss about the animal tissues.